Allo, allo, it's Nia. Welcome to AI Creator World Podcast, the place where creators learn how to grow faster, build smarter, and turn artificial intelligence into real opportunity. Here, we explore powerful AI tools, content strategies, personal branding systems, and new ways to create income in the digital era. If you are building something online, you are in the right place. Let's begin.
You know, when you walk past a high-end boutique, you always see those perfect mannequins in the window.
Oh yeah, just flawlessly styled.
Right, flawlessly styled. And they never complain about the clothes they're wearing. They just perfectly represent the brand's aesthetic.
True, but they don't do much else.
Exactly. At the end of the day, they just stand there behind the glass. But imagine if that mannequin could suddenly walk out the door.
Okay, that sounds a bit creepy, but I'm with you.
Well, think about it. Imagine if it could have a conversation with 1 million people simultaneously in like 10 different languages.
Oh, and seamlessly adapting its pitch to whatever demographic it's talking to.
Yes. And what if this walking, talking mannequin was actually generating a multi-stream 6-figure income for the person who built it?
Just sitting on their couch with a laptop.
Right. And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, that is exactly where we are right now. So, welcome to today's deep dive.
It's good to be here.
It is March 2026, and the AI influencer economy is, well, it's no longer just some futuristic sci-fi novelty.
No, it is a booming, practical business blueprint today.
It really is. We have a fascinating stack of material today, diving into exactly how AI influencers make money in 2026.
And there's a lot of money moving around.
There is. So our mission today is to extract the proven roadmap that virtual creators are using to generate real income right now.
And I think the best part for anyone listening is that we're going to prove you don't need a massive audience to start earning.
Yes. Okay, let's unpack this. Because if you're sitting there thinking you need a massive stadium of people watching you to see a single dime, you are leaving money on the table.
That is the most crucial takeaway, honestly. The biggest mistake beginners make in the creator economy is waiting for some arbitrary follower milestone.
Like hitting that magical 100,000 mark.
Exactly. They wait for that before they even think about monetization. But if you look at the architecture of how these virtual creators operate today, there's a literal roadmap to start monetizing from as few as 500 to 1,000 engaged followers.
Which is wild. But before we get into the exact mechanics of how you build that income, we really need to understand the why.
Right, why the money is there in the first place.
Yeah. Why are major global brands actively seeking out virtual creators over human ones? Like, what is driving this massive shift in ad budgets?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it all comes down to a chief marketing officer's two favorite words:
Which are?
risk mitigation.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
There are three specific pillars of brand appeal that human influencers simply cannot compete with. The first one is brand safety.
Because human beings are, well, they're human.
Exactly. They're unpredictable. They make mistakes. They have personal reputation risk.
Right, they might get caught doing something totally off-brand on a Friday night.
And then it goes viral by Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So when a brand hires a human, they're essentially renting that unpredictability.
Which is terrifying for a corporate brand.
It is. An AI character, on the other hand, has zero personal reputation risk. They exist on a server.
Right. There's no talent management complication, no diva behavior on set.
No sudden social media rants.
They don't suddenly post a controversial political take that tanks the company's stock price overnight. They are a totally predictable asset.
Exactly. And that leads to the second pillar, which is content control.
Because with a human creator, there's always creative friction, right?
Always. The brand wants the product held at a specific angle, but the creator has their own artistic vision. They want it to look authentic to their feed.
But with an AI influencer,
The brand dictates the exact styling, the exact messaging, and the exact visual presentation. There is zero back and forth negotiation.
wow. And what's the third pillar?
Scalability. A single avatar can launch campaigns in multiple markets, formats, and languages, all at the same time.
Right, because you can't exactly clone a human influencer to shoot a campaign in Tokyo, London, and New York on the same afternoon.
You really can't.
It's like a brand hiring the ultimate blank canvas mannequin, but one that can walk, talk, and seamlessly adapt to any demographic instantly.
That is exactly what it is.
You want them speaking fluent Japanese in a Tokyo aesthetic for that market. Done. While simultaneously pitching in Spanish for the Madrid market. Effortless.
And early adopters of this were naturally in fashion and gaming, where visual aesthetics and digital avatars already made sense.
Right.
But now we're seeing finance, food and beverage, and wellness brands pouring massive budgets into virtual partnerships.
Because the risk is lower, the control is absolute, and the reach is limitless.
Exactly. The money is moving.
So the demand from brands is very clearly there, which brings us to you, the listener. If the money is out there, how do you, as a solo creator, tap into it today?
Without waiting to hit that golden 100,000 follower mark.
Right. Let's pivot to the practical application. How do you start earning your first dollar?
Well, the absolute lowest barrier to entry is affiliate marketing.
Because it requires absolutely zero minimum follower count.
None. You just need a highly targeted niche audience.
Even if it's super small, right? As long as it has purchasing intent.
Exactly. The mechanism behind affiliate marketing is just brilliant in its simplicity.
How does it work for the AI space?
So you get a unique tracking link for a product. When you feature that product in a tutorial or a post, any viewer who clicks your link gets a tiny piece of code attached to their browser.
A cookie.
Right, a cookie. And this establishes a cookie window, typically 24 to 30 days.
Okay, so if they click your link on a Tuesday, but don't actually buy the software until 3 weeks later when they get paid.
That cookie tracks the sale back to you, and you earn a commission.
And these commissions aren't small change, especially in the software space.
No, they're huge. We are talking about SaaS programs, software as a service.
Like Canva, Jasper, or AI video generators like HeyGen. They're paying 20 to 40% recurring commissions.
That recurring part is the magic word.
It really is. If someone signs up for a $50 monthly subscription through your link, you aren't just getting paid once. You're getting $20 every single month for as long as they use the software.
And it's not just software. There are fashion networks like ATK, where your AI avatar can literally wear digital outfits.
Wait, so the avatar wears the outfit, and then what?
When a follower buys the physical version of that jacket in real life, you get a cut.
That is wild.
What's really powerful here is the passive compounding nature of it. You build a set-and-forget piece of content.
Like a visual carousel comparing 3 different AI video tools?
Exactly. You post it.
Right.
And 6 months from now, if that post still ranks well in search, it just continues to generate revenue.
You're building an expanding web of income-generating assets that work while you sleep.
But to really maximize your margins, the guide says you have to pair those affiliate links with your own digital products.
Right, because digital products are the highest margin revenue stream available.
100% profit margin, pretty much.
There's no inventory, no shipping, no production costs beyond your time.
We're talking about things like Notion content templates for 15 to 25 pounds.
Or prompt libraries for image generators like Midjourney selling for 15 to 45 pounds.
Even mini courses going up to 147 pounds.
And if you think about why people buy these, I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Because you are an AI influencer, your audience already looks to you for technical expertise.
Or a specific flawless aesthetic.
Hmm.
If you share behind-the-scenes content on how your avatar is made, a prompt library is just the natural paid evolution of the value you're already giving away for free.
Exactly.
But let's pause here, because I think a lot of people misunderstand the psychology of this. People aren't actually paying 15 pounds for a list of words to type into Midjourney.
No, not at all.
They are paying 15 pounds to buy back their time.
Right. If you've ever stared at an AI image prompt box, trying to get a character's hands to look normal,
Oh man, the hands are always a nightmare.
or trying to keep the lighting consistent across 10 different images, it takes dozens of hours of frustrating trial and error.
And as the creator, you've already done that hard work. You are selling them a shortcut.
Exactly. You are monetizing the solution to a highly specific frustration.
But let me push back on how we actually sell this. If I've got a great prompt library that costs 15 quid, isn't direct selling on Instagram or TikTok the easiest way to push it?
You think so, right?
Yeah. Why can't I just drop the link in a story and say, swipe up to buy my prompts?
It seems intuitive, but the guide points out that social to sale conversion is incredibly low.
Even with a warm audience.
Even then, think about the user's mindset. When they are scrolling social media, they are in entertainment mode.
They're looking for a quick dopamine hit.
Exactly. They are not looking to pull out their credit cards and navigate a clunky checkout page on their phone.
Okay, so what's the actual mechanism that drives sales for top creators?
The real secret is the sales funnel. It's a 3-stage psychological process: awareness, capture, and conversion.
Okay, break that down for me.
So the awareness is your organic social media content. But instead of pushing a 15-pound sale at the end of the video, you push a lead magnet.
A lead magnet, so a freebie.
Yes. A free, high-value item, like a one-page PDF guide or a mini list of your top 5 prompts. That is the capture stage.
Got it.
You use an email platform like MailChimp or ConvertKit to capture their email address in exchange for sending them that free value.
Ah, so the entire goal of the social media post is just to get them off the rented platform and into their private inbox.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Because email allows for trust building away from the noise of the algorithm.
Right. They aren't distracted by 1,000 other videos.
Exactly. And that brings us to the conversion stage. Once they're on your email list, you don't immediately hit them with a hard sell.
You have to warm them up.
You send a sequence of 3 to 5 automated emails. Email 1 delivers the free guide.
Make sure they actually get what you promised.
Right. Email 2 might share a personal story about how you struggled to build your avatar. Email 3 offers another valuable tip they can use today.
You're establishing your authority.
Exactly. And only in email 4 or 5 do you introduce the paid product.
And I imagine the conversion rates are way better that way.
Significantly higher. Because you've nurtured the relationship and proven your value before ever asking for a transaction.
Skipping that lead magnet and going straight for the sale is probably the single biggest mistake beginner accounts make.
It absolutely is.
That is such a vital distinction. You aren't just selling a product, you are building an architecture for trust.
Beautifully put.
Okay, so let's say you've done this. You've monetized your early core audience with affiliate links and an automated email funnel selling your templates. You have a little bit of cash flowing in, maybe you're at a few thousand followers.
You've proven you have influence.
Exactly. That is the exact moment you pivot from selling to your audience to selling your audience to brands. Let's talk about the active hustle, brand deals and B2B services.
Now, brand sponsorships are what most people traditionally think of when they hear the word influencer.
Right. Brands pay a flat fee for you to produce content featuring their product.
Integrated naturally into your avatar's storyline or aesthetic.
The raw numbers on this are fascinating because they scale so rapidly. For an account with just 1,000 to 5,000 followers, a true micro-influencer, you can command 50 to 200 pounds per sponsored post.
Which isn't bad for a side hustle.
Not at all. And moving up to the 20 to 100,000 follower tier, you're looking at 500 to 3,000 pounds per post.
And for campaigns over 100,000 followers.
3,000 to upwards of 15,000 pounds for a single integration.
Wow. But it's important to note, those deals don't just fall into your lap.
No, they don't.
For new accounts, it often starts with gifted collaborations, getting a physical or digital product for free in exchange for a post.
So it's not really about the money at first.
Right. It's about building your portfolio so you can prove to paying brands that you know how to integrate a product seamlessly.
And to do that, you absolutely need a media kit.
Essential.
And a media kit for an AI influencer looks a little different than a human's, right? It's essentially a one-page resume for your avatar.
Yeah, it needs your follower count, your engagement rate, which the guide argues is more important than follower count.
Definitely.
Your audience demographics and your best performing posts.
But crucially, it needs a solid character description. Brands need to understand the fictional persona they are aligning with.
Right, like, are they a futuristic tech enthusiast? A cozy digital nomad?
Exactly. And you can't just sit in your DMs waiting for massive fashion houses to call you.
No, you have to utilize outbound pitching.
Smart creators use tools like ChatGPT to write personalized, highly targeted outreach emails.
To brands that already work with human micro-influencers in their specific niche.
Yes. You show them that you offer the exact same targeted reach, but with total brand safety and creative control.
It's a very compelling pitch.
Now, brand deals are great, but there is a ceiling to it. You are still waiting for someone else's marketing budget to get approved.
True.
If you want to take total control of your active income, you offer B2B services. You are essentially freelancing your technical AI skills to other businesses.
And the brilliance of this is the sheer efficiency of it. You are monetizing your own learning curve.
I love that phrase. Because think about the workflow required to run an AI influencer.
You had to learn how to write complex prompts.
Right. You had to learn how to use Midjourney to generate consistent images of your avatar.
You had to learn how to use Heijen or Runway to animate that image and make it speak.
Exactly. And now, the exact same software subscriptions that you are already paying for to run your personal account.
They are covering high-ticket client work at absolutely no extra cost to you.
It's genius. You are acting as a one-person production studio.
Because a local boutique fitness studio or a real estate agent might want a flawless, consistent social media presence.
But they do not have the time to learn this entire tech stack.
So you do it for them. You can sell complete character launch packages where you build a custom avatar for a business for 300 to 1,500 pounds.
Or you offer monthly content retainers managing their AI social media presence for up to £4,000 a month.
But there is a massive trap here that the material points out.
Oh, what is it?
You cannot just go to a business and say, hey, I know how to use Midjourney, pay me. Positioning is everything.
Right. Business owners don't care about the software you use.
Exactly. They care about the problem you are solving for them.
Mm.
If you package your service as, I will create 10 posts for you using AI tools, they will haggle on the price.
Because it sounds like a cheap commodity.
Right. But if you position it as providing a consistent 24/7 professional brand presence that never calls in sick.
Oh, wow. You are solving a massive headache for a small business owner.
Exactly. You are selling the result, not the tools.
Selling the result, not the tools. I love that. But there's a ceiling to freelancing, right? There are only so many hours in a day to manage brand accounts and only so many outreach emails you can send.
Very true.
If you want to break past that ceiling, you have to decouple your income from your time. You need recurring revenue, or you need to tap into highly speculative windfalls.
Which brings us to the long game.
Right, which is reserved for more established audiences. We are talking about subscriptions, ad revenue, and NFTs. Let's start with subscriptions.
So paid subscriptions on platforms like Patreon or Substack are highly viable once you cross that threshold, around 5,000 engaged followers.
And you typically tier it to capture different levels of fandom, right?
Yeah. Maybe a £3 entry tier for early access to your content, a £15 mid-tier for premium behind-the-scenes tutorials.
And then maybe a £50 high tier for direct one-on-one consulting or custom prompt creation.
Exactly.
But I imagine the biggest risk with a subscription model is that people simply forget why they are paying for it. Like if you go quiet for 2 weeks because you're busy with a B2B client.
Your subscribers look at their credit card statement, feel like they aren't getting value, and they cancel.
Right.
Which is why subscriber retention is actually far more crucial than acquisition.
Because losing a subscriber costs you the exact same monthly revenue as gaining a new one. But acquiring a new one takes significantly more marketing effort.
Spot on. The biggest reason people churn is that perception that nothing happened this month.
So how do you fix that?
The most effective hack to prevent this is entirely about expectation setting. You pin a monthly content calendar at the very top of your Patreon page on the first of the month.
Oh, that's smart.
You tell them exactly what exclusive content is dropping, what day it drops, and what tutorials are coming. When people know what they are waiting for, they don't cancel.
It's all about communication and delivering predictable value. Now, alongside that, you have ad revenue from the platforms themselves, like the YouTube Partner Program or TikTok's Creator Fund.
But you should view this strictly as passive supplementary income.
You definitely shouldn't rely on it to pay your rent in the early days.
No, absolutely not. The rates are incredibly modest, sometimes just a few pennies per 1,000 views on short-form content.
But it's a reward for the organic growth you are already doing. You are already making videos to grow your audience for your funnel and your brand deals.
Right, so the platform ad revenue is just a nice passive floor that scales automatically as your viewership grows.
Which brings us to the final monetization avenue. Here's where it gets really interesting. We're talking about the wild west of digital collectibles.
NFTs.
NFTs and virtual assets on platforms like OpenSea, minting limited edition artworks or exclusive character variants, essentially creating verifiable limited edition digital trading cards of your AI character.
It's a fascinating space.
But we have to address the elephant in the room. Isn't there a massive psychological friction here for a mainstream audience?
Oh, it's a huge friction point, and it's dangerous if mishandled.
How so?
Well, the source material warns that attempting an NFT drop without the right audience is one of the fastest ways to destroy your brand.
Really? Just completely tank it?
Yeah. Pushing crypto assets to a non-crypto native audience absolutely risks alienating your followers.
Because mainstream audiences often associate Web3 with environmental concerns or high-profile scams.
Or just the sheer exhausting technical friction of having to set up a MetaMask wallet and buy Ethereum just to support you.
Right, it ruins the seamless experience they expect.
Exactly.
So if you force them to jump through those hoops, it damages the authenticity and trust that powers all your other income streams. Like, Your affiliate links and your Patreon subscriptions will suffer if people feel like you're just trying to squeeze them for crypto liquidity.
Precisely. It strictly requires a highly engaged audience of over 10,000 followers, a very distinct, stylized visual aesthetic that naturally lends itself to collectible art, and most importantly, an audience that already has some familiarity with digital wallets.
So it's not for everyone.
No, it is highly speculative. It has the highest potential income ceiling. I mean, a single successful drop can make more in 24 hours than 6 months of affiliate links.
Wow.
But the reputational risks mean it should only ever be an additive revenue stream, never your foundational move.
Okay, so we now have all these distinct puzzle pieces on the table. We have affiliate links, digital products, brand deals, freelance services, subscriptions, ad revenue, and NFTs.
It's a lot.
It is. And if I am a solo creator sitting at my desk, trying to build all of these at once sounds like a one-way ticket to severe burnout.
Oh, absolutely.
How do successful creators actually sequence these? What is the master plan?
This raises an important question. What separates the creators who actually build a sustainable business from the ones who burn out in 3 months?
Right.
If you look at the accounts that actually survive long-term, they all follow a multi-stream rule.
Okay, what's that?
The most stable accounts combine 3 to 4 complementary streams. You need one passive stream, one active stream, and one product stream.
I see. It's less like throwing things at a wall and more like building a city.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Like the affiliate links and the digital templates are your roads and bridges. That's the basic infrastructure that always runs in the background, reliably getting you from point A to point B.
Right.
The brand deals and the B2B freelancing are the massive skyscrapers that bring in the big active cash injections.
And the subscriptions are the local residents keeping the lights on month after month. That's a perfect way to look at it. And you don't build a city overnight. The timeline must be strictly staged.
So what's step one?
From 0 to 1,000 followers, you ignore the skyscrapers. You focus entirely on infrastructure, affiliate programs, and building that email lead magnet to capture your first true fans.
Okay. And then?
From 1,000 to 5,000 followers, you launch your first 15-pound digital product through that email funnel, and you start doing gifted brand collaborations to build your media kit.
So you are just getting your reps in, proving the systems work.
Right. Then from 5,000 to 20,000 followers, you start active brand outreach with that polished media kit, pitching for paid sponsorships, and you might launch your entry tier Patreon subscription.
And I'm guessing 20,000 plus is when you unlock the rest.
Exactly. Only when you cross 20,000 followers do you really start relying on platform ad revenue and pushing high-tier products or massive campaign-level brand deals.
So it's about treating your monetization like a deliberate project.
Yes.
You don't just post content and wait for a check to magically arrive in the mail when you hit some arbitrary follower count. You actively engineer these streams in a very specific sequence.
The creators who deliberately activate these income streams as planned, strategic projects consistently outperform those who just wait for organic magic to happen.
It requires a system.
It does. Capturing emails, providing real psychological value, and understanding the actual business problems you are solving for brands.
So what does this all mean? We've covered a massive amount of ground today.
We really have.
The overarching mission of this deep dive was to show you that understanding AI influencer monetization isn't about picking one lane and praying it works out.
No, it is about building a layered, robust revenue system that protects you from platform algorithms.
Exactly. Whether you are listening to this because you are insanely curious about where the creator economy is heading in 2026, or because you are prepping to open your laptop and launch your own virtual avatar tonight, the barrier to entry is completely gone.
The software tools are cheap, the distribution platforms are ready, and the brands have massive budgets waiting.
Only strategy remains.
The path is laid out. It's just a matter of executing the stages in the right order.
I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over, something that really builds on this entire premise of solo creator scalability.
Okay.
We've talked today about how just one person sitting alone in their living room can build and monetize a highly profitable AI avatar using accessible tools.
Yeah, which is incredible on its own.
It is, but
Okay.
what happens when someone takes these exact same strategies and uses them to launch an entire agency?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not just one avatar, but hundreds of AI influencers.
That is wild to think about.
Right. Imagine an entirely synthetic, self-sustaining celebrity ecosystem where virtual fashion models collaborate with virtual gamers, all cross-promoting each other.
All managed by one person.
All managed by one person and all paying real bills with real brand deals.
It's a completely new reality.
In a world where fake influencers are driving real economies, how will we ultimately redefine the value of human authenticity online? Will that perfect walking, talking mannequin in the window eventually make the human completely obsolete?
That is a big question.
Something to think about. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to AI Creator World Podcast. If you found this episode valuable, make sure to follow the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, and share this episode with another creator who is building their future online. For deeper guides, AI tools, and step-by-step growth strategies, visit our website at aicreatorworld.net. And remember, in the age of artificial intelligence, creators who learn faster will lead the future. See you in the next episode. Bye!